And the lore starts just like this.
You have been sheltered by the light for far too long. The time has come for darkness to reign. Soon your resolve will begin to crumble. You'll be stretched too thin. There will be nowhere left to hide, and your fire will cease to burn. For no light shall survive in my empire of eternal night.
Yo, YouTube, how you doing? But today, we're on the part of Season 1, Eternal Nightfalls. We continue the lore hunting to understand what's going on with Marvel Rivals. So, let's get it. First picture. See it in front. And let's read it. Eternal Nightfalls. Bad news, loyal readers. We bring you another morningless morning edition of your finest paper, the Daily Bugle. Why? Because our Lord Burrow has been trapped in a state of never-ending night. For those who know how long, that's why. As the publisher of the peerless periodical, it's up to me, Joe Jonah Jameson, to provide you with all the info you need to investigate the perpetual pitch. So here's a scoop. I will interpret reporters still don't have a solid source, and what caused Manhattan to become an empire of the Eternal Nightfalls. Eternal Nightfalls. Well, anonymous scientists have independently confirmed that massive wave of chronal energy washed over our planet shortly before things went dire. Coincidence? I think not. Like something out of a horror movie, our streets are now being stalked by vampires. You hear me right? These bloodsuckers haven't draining your brains faster than my David lawyers draining my bank account. Our former friends and neighbors are quickly turning into our worst enemies. Rumor has it that Dracula himself has taken up the residence on Central Park. Sounds a bit far-fetched to me, but that if the Cape Creeper really organizing his army, will be better off relocating to New Jersey. And those are the words this lifelong New Jersey types easily. So where are the superheroes? I wouldn't have identified members of the Fantastic Four coming and going regularly into the Stronghold and Bastard building. As always, the Richard family is on the front line of the crisis, and we here at the Daily Bugle applaud them for the selfless service. Tony Stark recently issued a press release claiming that he and Red Richard are collaborating on a number of innovative solutions to restore New Jersey to its former glory as quickly and effectively as possible. However, my source on the inside suggests that these two brains may be at odds when it comes to exactly how they plan to end this endless night. We just want to say everyone what Tony is calculating how many losses are acceptable. My vote goes to Richards. Other heroes have been patrolling the streets, rescuing citizens stupid enough to wander the beyond safety apartments. Squirrel Girl, Moon Knight, Cloak, and Dagger you name them, they probably are risking their lives to save yours. So, for once, I'm willing to put aside my personal estates of the custom crusades and say thank you on behalf of the people of New York to all of those fighting the good fight, except one, and I have the very good authority that the less than Amazing Spider-Man dodged duty and swung through a portal to a spider party with his friends in flung future. I'll see if my favorite photograph of Peter Parker gave me a solid snapshot of the web weirdo by his adoring public. That's it for now, fearless readers. We have plenty of more news for you tomorrow, if tomorrow comes. J. Jonah Jameson, publisher. So, we got Jameson laying down the foundation of what the Eternal Nightfall is. Dracula is controlling New York, so bad to see, but that's how it's happening. First page, Fantastic Four. This looks so cool. And let's go. At your service. Welcome to the Passive Building. I am a humanoid experimental robot, B-type and generated electronics, but you can call me Herc. I understand that most of you have an urgent matter that requires immediate attention. If you are willing to brave the streets of New York to seek out the Fantastic Four assistance. Unfortunately, all our personnel are occupied dealing with the other crisis. Dr. Reed, the sign designated Mr. Fantastic, is in the laboratory working on the prototype of the science screen. Reintegration device with the help of Tony Stark, designated Iron Man. If the device functions as planned, could theoretically undo the damage of the multiverse by the time screen entanglement. There is even hope it will break the curse that has locked USA in a state of perpetual night. However, despite his ability to elongate his physical form, I feel that Dr. Richards may be stretching himself far too thin. Sue Richard, designated Invisible Woman, is currently on the reconnaissance mission in Central Park, taking out information on the organizational structure of the vampire army that has invaded the island of Manhattan during this period of prolonged darkness. Her unparalleled stealth abilities have allowed her to gather critical intel on our foes, putting her directly in the face of great danger, and far more currently the rest of her family will like. Her brother, Jonathan Storm, designated Human Torch, is on patrol with Spider-Man, classified, rescuing civilians who have fallen into peril and recruiting other heroes who have yet to join our cause. Now the song no longer says Johnny Flames have him in the center of attention. Wherever he goes, exactly as he had always hoped for. He has become the beacon of hope in many of these dark times, and a constant warning to the creatures of the night who might dare to oppose him. Benjamin Grimm, designated The Thing, is on supply run in Lower Manhattan. His experts bionic serum have proved nearly as useful as super strength and rock hard skin. He had managed to single-handedly save 100 of lives while retrieving vital equipment and body samples, including rare Kononia crystals for Dr. Richards to analyze. With all help with the Fantastic Force in this post, that leads me to a daily run operation in the Baxter Building. While I wish I offered support you in the field, I'm afraid that the few minutes I have ventured beyond these walls have not gone as smoothly as I hoped. Unless Dr. Richards overview my offensive capabilities or identify submission with the objectives that I can complete, I do believe it will be best for both of us to remain with the safety of the walls until classified available becomes available to assist you. Thank you for your patience. Please return to take a seat in our lobby. with the other civilian who come to seek aid. You're calling number 1961 on the waiting list. So the Bastard building is being used to create the solution. The Iron Man, and yeah, Johnny and Susan are just going out trying to gather intel, and the thing is just supply run. So we got Dracula here, thicker than blood. Tell me, why have you come here? You're a long way from Latveria. I brought you a gift from the king to another. The trio of you lifting the lord of vampires. A gift from Victor Von Doom. Ha! Do you think of me a fool? Another of your era's pathetic supervillains whose loyalty can be purchased with baboos? I am Dracula. I have reigned over the 9 centuries, and with this crystal, perhaps that reign could be permanent, as I could the night itself. Now you pique my curiosity. Mask 1, do tell me more. While you holding your hand, it's called Kenobian. It's born from an experimental mind that caused the fabric of flying space to unravel and reveal itself in unexpected ways. As the chrono energy released in the process stabilized once again, and it took crystallized form. Shards of pure time? Fascinating. Not as fascinated as what could be achieved with this gem. By one such thing as yourself, I have studied both if it's scientific and the ancient text. If my theory is correct, a single drop of blood, an immortal being such as yourself could unlock a vast power of health within this crystal. You could gain complete control over time in a limited area. Imagine a modern metropolis locking itself in unending night darkness, becoming a permanent feeding ground for your minions. An empire of eternal night where you rule supreme. How lovely that would be if it were true. But I have never given a reason to trust your words, Doom. Why would I begin now? Because we both have gains from this arrangement. If you were choose New York City as a union domain, your legions of followers will keep so-called heroes who don't fully occupy. It will allow us both to the freedom to pursue our goals. What greater goal is there than eternal night? In a system where people can walk in the daylight without any fear or harm, and the proper spell put from the pages of Darkhold and enhanced with the power of crystal, I believe that dream could become a reality. The vampiric verses? Indeed. I am not native, Victor. There's something more you are not revealing yet to me. Doom never reveals all, but I promise you, once the soul of my mother, this is not an act of deception. What I offer you will come to pass. Sure, you choose to it, and all it takes is one drop of your luck, you say. Just one drop? I do believe I can't spare as much. After all, the streets of New York will be running red with it soon. So I missed Dr. Doom went to Dracula to convince him to drop one of his immortal blood in the Chronobian so he can have more power of the Chronobium. But Dracula is a little of a spectacle at first, and he thought of basically doing the main expansion around New York. So that's why he did the main expansion around New York. This is Doctor Strange, and I guess it's Moon Knight Khonshu's ancient game. Ever since I was first hanging around with the pals Stephen Strange, he told me the same thing. Bats, he says, being Sorcerer Supreme of this dimension means I do not have the time for this game. But I guess it was just something he made up, getting out of fetch with yours truly. Cause apparently, when there's have stakes to be played, but the faithful all reality, the doctor is all in. See, a while back, we paid a visit by another so-called doctor, of why I'm not really sure. This one called himself Doom. He wanted to get his hand on one of the spells to book a strange library, but this tome, a book of black magic called the Darkhold, was strictly off limits. Doom wasn't thrilled about the fact, and Steven have a feeling that his fellow doctor was bound to come knocking again. Trey decided that the safest option would be to open a rift between reality and stash the Darkhold where no one will find it. And this is where things get a little cookie, even for the ghost doc like me. So this is ghost doc speak. That himself got turned upside down, and Strange ended up lost in the astral plane for a hot minute. While he was there, he searched for the Darkhold to make it was still safe. But surprised, it has fallen into the bony hands of the Egyptian moon god by the name of Khonshu. The Bird Skull freak has been protecting travelers in the night for centuries. He thought the best way to keep doing that would be good use to the Darkhold to eliminate the vampires that have overrun New York City. Not a bad plan, honestly, except for the fact that it will hurt thousands of regular folk who have been unwillingly turned to the dark side. Khonshu took Strange captive and tried to make the Dark cast a nasty spell for him. Well, Doctor Strange knew that he had to shut Khonshu down. Luckily, the Scarlet Witch had remained Stevens that Khonshu loved a good game of Senate, which some kind of fancy Egyptian board game like chess. Even Khonshu wasn't particularly great at the game. Seriously, according to the legends, he lost a match of some other guy named Toll and forfeit his radiance as a part of a wager. The whole reason the moon waxes and wanes. Look it up. Anywho, Strange played the game of his life, securing not only his freedom but recovering the Darkhold as well. Funny part, Steven used a strategy that Doc Doom himself entirely tipped him off, moving his piece to the House of Truth in space and drowning Khonshu in the House of Water, giving him Doc for a major comeback. It was a big gamble, but one that paid off, and now he's back safe and sound. I haven't even gotten off his case about turning me down whenever I want to play. The guy did a thousands of innocent lives after all. He deserves a free fat this time, but you better believe it. The next time that I asked him to toss the ball for me, I ain't taking no for an answer. So it seems that Doctor Doom wanted the Darkhold book that Doctor Strange had, but Doctor Strange trying to keep that book safe. And then he got into Khonshu and they played a game, and then he got his freedom. So that's why we got the Doom match. Fall of Midtown. Name's Blade. Call me the cause of source. I slice the head up in a vampire I cross paths with. To be fair, I use a lot of more than source, but instead silver bullets. Hell, I use a square gun or full of holy water if it takes to put on one of the faggot down for good. I am picky. I've been hunting vamps for my whole life. Sending the undead back to their graves to make the nice a safer place for the living. It ain't an easy job, but I'm the one of few skills or guts to do it. When I heard that Dracula had sort of master plan brewing, you can bet I jumped on the first red eye to Transylvania. Turns out Dark wasn't home. He decided to make New York City his stomping grounds, and he had the trick up his sleeve that I even didn't see coming. Somehow, that freak cast of spells that stopped the sun from rising, trapping Manhattan and stay on non-stop darkness. That means New York City, the perfect place for his hungry whore to run wild 24/7. Even worse, it took away my biggest advantage. See, I'm half vampire, half human. I got all the powers of a regular vamp, plus the bonus of being able to walk and hunt in broad daylight. But when the dawn don't ever come, well, it means my usual doings things ain't gonna cut it. Found out that the hard way. I got back to New York. I slid the trails through an army of fangers straight to Central Park. Dracula already had a fortress there, and I was itching to pay him a visit. Turns out he knew I was coming, and he wanted to give me a proper welcome. That pasty creep amused me, and even though I fought for my life alongside Spider-Man and Human Torch, he got the upper hand and hauled me away to the dungeon beneath his castle. Gotta say it was a smart move of his part. When you know who the biggest threat is, you take them out first, right? That is why I was going after Drac. And the fact that he felt the same way about me is kind of an honor. Or it would be if I weren't shackled to the wall of this rat-infected cesspit. I ain't the only one either out of the way either. Apparently this one Magorian squirrel named Rastatroth, who enchanted horn can end the life of whatever it pierces, no matter how immortal. Dark summoned the magic squirrel to earth, lock it up and change too. With his most dangerous foes, Dracula's minions have reigned free of the city. Sure, the other heroes are trying to take him down, but in numbers of Dracs, Fable, all I can do is wait and hope someone eventually sets us free. It's gonna be a long night. So that's why we see Blade Trap, because my man got chained up to Dracula in Central Park, along with the Draconov, I forgot, but yeah, outside him. Midnight missions. Don't know if you can hear me right now, Khonshu. Maybe it's Moon Knight talking. It's never been like you actually listen to anyone's prayers, but if by some strange sheer chance, this one is one of my rare moments where you decide to give me a damn, you might well know what your Moon Knight has been doing in your name. You sent me to New York to continue a sworn mission, keeping the travelers in the night safe from peril. And that has been no easy task now that the entire city has been overrun by vampires. But luckily I'm not the only one who's been looking to us. Dracula sucking blood. Your knight has formed his own round table. We call this the Eternity Knight. has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? It also that our Iron Man and I came to a mutual realization that some of the other heroes we align ourselves with wouldn't be willing to get their hands on our costume dirty. They all hung up on the idea that some of the police band is to be innocent civilians. Yeah, I went to accept the notion that every war has casualties. It's like you always have taught me. Vengeance comes at steep cost. Solo's victory. Stark came around to my way thinking very quickly, but not everyone follows suit. The Fantastic Four and that annoying girl with all the squirrels were squeaked clean to do whatever they need to be done. So while they're up in the Ivory Tower, trying to figure out a way to save everyone, we are down here on the street doing the real work. Say as many as we can and ending the ones that can't be saved. Some of my crew are proud to be doing what we do as well. Wolverine and Winter Soldier wearing ivory at each tree like it's a badge of honor. Those are the new girl with the giant soda speaks Japanese. She may be a better hunter than I am, but I don't want their reputation tarnished by the blood we're spilling. Good thing is Stark has an endless flow of catch and an effort design. After some experiment, he incorporated Kronovian into his armor specs, tapping into the ability to rewind time. Their souls were epic on the new suit with the gothic aesthetic that hits all the right notes and faces. We may not be the only ones sporting interest though. We ran across a group of vamps near my hideout, Greenwich Village, that were led by a man with a feisty white armor. I could have sworn I recognized him somewhere. He looked like he was ready to give gold Dracula a run for his money when it comes to it over the vampire army. And only he does. I wanna be there to watch. In the meantime, I'll be here keeping the streets safe, doing dirty work for you, like the good face of Khonshu does. As long as the moon strays out, your Moon Knight will be at your service, whenever you're listening or not. So we got them fighting the vampires. And yeah. This picture though seems like Tony and Doctor Strange had a disagreement. Turning the pages. The Baxter building. Rich's Laboratory. We have done it. Read. Others exclaim. Almost saw the picture of Dark Claw back into our heads once more. And according to my calculations, Mr. Fantastic replied, Chrono energy that have been grafted to them shall be sufficient to get us time stream reintegration device running. All we have to do is try the times essence from each page, and not so fast, fellas. An unexpected voice interrupts in the Baxter building system. Last time I checked, the time stream destination device was a joint effort, and Tony Stark had been one to miss a launch. Tony? Mr. Fantastic gaps. We cannot let him stand in our way. Doctor Strange said with clearly gesture of his hands. The ancient pages of the Darko began to swirl around his mystical frenzy. Get those pages in the chronological Sit for now, Mr. Steven ordered. I will deal with the uninvited guests. Deal with me? Iron Man laughed with the speaker. And how are you going to do that? Building an untested device activated it before I got the energy to get the actual job done. Oh wait, you're already doing that. You know full well we don't have the time to wait on everything to be perfect, Tony. And the detective said the time stream entanglement has to be undone. And the only TRD will get a job done. I crunch all the numbers. But somehow you lost count of seconds, Iron Man said. But because there stops you from making bigger mistakes, even at 4, 3, 2, before Iron Man could finish his count, then Mr. Patty stretched his manly body into the sheet like a barrier blocking off his entrance to the laboratory. 1. Iron Man yelled from the other side of the doorway. Mr. Fantastic remains as the barricade of repulsive Venus hit him from behind. Though his electric body form absorbed most of the impact, the spin was still excruciating. Reed, Doug Strange shouted, deep concern showing him the source of supreme, usually stoic face. I wasn't envy of you, old friend, Iron Man said. You just got on between my targets, the pages. The Fantastic asked with a gravity. But Tony, they may be our only hope. I fully agree, Iron Man said. But if we have all of them, and Moon Knight tells me we are missing 2 of the most powerful spells book, the Montetis formula and the vampire verses. Strange said knowingly. Bingo, Iron Man replied. Without those in the mix, a chance of TRD failing increases beyond margin error. I'm willing to accept. So tell me, Reed, are you still going to bet the faith of the universe and fallen soldier and the device ready? Mr. Fantastic paused, then uttered a phrase he could not recall, even his sleep ages. I don't know. So, yeah, they had a little argument. Now we have Johnny Storm. Turn. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a star. Whenever it was the hottest actor on Hollywood or the fastest driver racing the circuit, I had this nagging feeling that the name Johnny Storm was designated to be burned into people's minds forever. If I only knew how right I was. When my sister Genius boyfriend Reed invited me to join a mission to space, I thought I found my ticket to fame. Johnny stayed a Storm astronaut was really the role I've been prepping for my whole life. But traveling in the star seems like logical first steps to stardom. Sky was the limit. When we crashed into the Earth, back to the Earth, we had a new cosmic power that turned us from the group of explorers to the team of superheroes. People on the street have called me the Human Torch whenever I flame on. But underneath the sheet of burning hot plasma, I was still good old Johnny Storm. And it was my time to shine. Being a member of Fantastic Four skyrocketed me to celebrity. I made a front page of the Daily Bugle at least once a week, and the gossip page at least 3 times. I nabbed a bunch of lucrative product endorsements. I seem a following diehard fans who hung on my every move. It was everything I wanted when I was a kid. But when I started to think that maybe enough, maybe not enough. See, between my commercial shoots and the nightclub openings, my day job has always been saving the world. I ain't gonna lie, I'm really good at it. Or at least I was, until Dracula somehow cursed New York City and trapped it in constant darkness. The city heroes have been fighting vampires and each other. as we try to find a solution, but nothing seems to be working. And frankly, I'm feeling a bit burned out, but there may be still hopes. Red Tinkers with some sort of time-fixing doohickey. My big sister is taken by the straight-ass source. She found her way into Dracula's castle and she's planning to lead the squad and finish the fight. But she's gonna need a major distraction to pull it off. Good thing her baby brother has been no one to pass up on some extra attention. If I put my power to their limits, I can go supernova, buy suits and her crew the time they need. And since I essentially become a mini sun for a hot second, I will wipe a ton of vampires in the process. Boy, those jerks hate the sun. Yeah, I know the risk. At my best, I will lose consciousness. At worst, well, let's just hope that the bugle writes me a good obituary, and it better be on the front page above the fold. Because if Johnny Storm goes down, it's going to be as the stars he was meant to be. So my man's went supernova. Supernova! Plans with plans. The passage of the Book of Doom, 2089. Doom rarely finds himself to a man's fault, but I must say, I must have underestimated myself. When that bothersome past version of me, the one of the go foolish meddling factor in the star stream, give a power shard to the chronometer of the Lord of Vampires as a pot of ploy to shout to your city in darkness. I assume he was merely playing games where far of it he might notice. I should have realized that Doom, even one lesser, and I always have a scheme in play that will unfold into something greater within time. Despite his initial reservations, Dracula has convinced himself that Doom of his era was an ally to this cause, having provided him with the means of looking missing pages to the dark hole containing vampire verses. With the incantation, Dracula believed he would have been able to raise an infinite army of undead spread across the world and feast until the end of days. Though Dracula knew in his black heart that Doom could not be trusted, he looked past his past interpretations to achieve his own goal. It was an error in his judgment that could be fatal. Doom had deceived Dracula from the very start. My past self did indeed want Dracula to locate the vampire verses, but not so the vampire kid could create more children of the night. Instead, Doom wished to tap into the very essence of the immortality bestowed upon the vampire king. Through his card arcane right, by fueling the time-defying magic into Chernobyl, Doom believed that he could create an even stronger form of crystal, pure blood Chernobyl. After all, if a single drop of Dracula's blood infused with the chart could give the vampires of Doom, could give the vampires an empire. Doom suspected that an endless supply of the same immortal energy would help him reshape the time stream as he saw it fit. Knowing full well his machinations will be instantly opposed by the Sorcerer Supreme and his heroic allies, Doom could not risk his true plot from being discovered. So he manipulated the events of the shadows, letting Dracula and his minions their hands dirty as some witted hell. Doom greatest hopes at bay. And once the vampiric verses were located, Doom changed his allegiance and secretly assisted the heroes in their effort to defeat Dracula, or in order to claim his ultimate prize in his work, The Ancient Magic in the Chronovian. Surprisingly, Doom's plan turned out to be resounding success, with every move unfolding just as he orchestrated, outwitting everyone. Doom stomped, triumphant with the pure blood Carnarvon with his iron grip. Even I was impressed. But it's not the only Doom Grant's plans in Ocean. And while he may end it with this round with a win, I was soon proving that he is but a mere glimmer of the man he is destined to become. Now, if you excuse me, Doom has a gala to attend. Ooh, okay. So, my man played Dracula, and the other Doom that was on the season 0 expressed that he did that, and he had to attend a gala. That means we're gonna go into Hellfire Gala on the next season. So I hope to see ya in the next season lore video. Yeah, bye. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you like it. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you have to do. And hope to see you in the next video. Bye.